Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking about my Bible reading process and just the way that I go about reading my Bible in my daily quiet time. Hopefully, y'all already have a system that you use, but this is what I personally have found works best for me, and it's taken me a little while to develop this process just to figure out what works best for me, but this is what I do. I read my Bible in the morning just because I think that's the most helpful thing for me to have the right perspective before I start my day and just to get my mind centered on the Lord and on the right things and the things that are most important. I love to drink coffee, so generally I'll go get a cup of coffee and then I'll go to the spot that I read my Bible in. I just read my Bible and pray and all of that in the same spot every morning. I think that it's really helpful for me to go to the same place because it gets my heart and my mind in an attitude of prayer and readiness to hear from the Lord. And that place it's clean and neat, and that's important for me because I just get so distracted by things around me. So if I read my Bible in my room, I'll be distracted by everything in my room, and if my room's not clean, then it especially will be distracting. So I've just found that going to the same place is really helpful for me. So I go on my back porch, and my family just built it, and it is great, and I can see the sky and the trees and hear the birds. And I live in North Carolina, so the weather is generally really nice in the mornings in the summer, and so I just go sit out there, and it's just a great place to bring me to a place of worship as I look at the Lord's creation. It reminds me of how big He is and how small I am, but that He loves me and that He sees me and that He's powerful and good and sovereign. So that's where I sit. And I begin by reading my devotional book, and this is my devotional right now. And it's one of a series of 4 books called the series is called On the Go Devotionals, and they're by Lydia Brownback, and there are 4 books in this series of devotionals. There's one, they're for women and girls, and I would recommend them to any girl, woman that needs a devotional, not for guys, but super good. This is the second one I've done. There's one on purity, which is what I'm doing right now, contentment, joy, and trust, and they're just really good, and she does a great job. They're super biblical. They're short, so they're like easy and quick. They just get your mind centered on the right things, and they just have like a verse and then about 2 to 3 pages of her writing about like a certain topic. So that's what I do first, and then I just pray and ask the Lord to help me to learn something from Him, about Him and about who He is, His character, before I read my Bible. And then I read my Bible, and I just read 2 chapters. And a lot of people read a lot more than that, and I've tried that, and I've done like a psalm a day, and sometimes when I just don't have a lot of time, I'll read a psalm or a proverb really quickly. And obviously I am a human, and I sometimes miss whole days. But this is my general process of what really works for me and what I try to do every day. So I'll read 2 chapters. Right now I'm reading Ezekiel. I just kind of picked it because that's what we were doing in my college group back in Louisville. Now I'm here, and I just thought it was a really cool book, and I'd read it before, but I wanted to go more in depth with it. So I read 2 chapters, and then while I'm reading, I read it out loud. That just helps me stay focused on what I'm reading, because I'm a person who can just read in my head and be thinking about something completely different. So it's really helpful to me to read my Bible out loud and just picture in my mind what is going on that I'm reading, and just that really helps me think about what I'm reading. So that's what I do, and then after I read my Bible, I'll get my journal, and I just think journaling is a super great, helpful thing in the Christian life. I have journaled for years and years, and I love to look back on old journals and just read them and see how the Lord has been faithful in my life, because I know that He has, but sometimes it's easy to forget like specific things, and so reading old journals is really, really just helpful to me personally to remind me of the Lord's faithfulness and goodness. So I'll get my journal and I'll just write the date and morning study, and then like Ezekiel 23 and 24, if that, for example, and then I write just like a major theme or thought that was throughout those 2 chapters, just something that stood out to me, something the Lord taught me, and that is what I'll write down. And then I will journal or write out a prayer, things I'm thinking about going on in my life, whatever, and then I'll just sit and pray out loud, quietly, with my eyes closed, with them open, just kind of whatever, and just spend time with the Lord and meditate on His Word. So yeah, I hope this can be helpful for y'all, and if you already have a process, keep doing that, but this is what I do and I love it.